Great news, everyone. Dragonflight is launching on 29th of November in Australia and 28th of November everywhere else in the world. And I am excited. The last time I spoke to you about the pre-purchase and Dragonflight in general was my recommendation to not give Blizzard your money ahead of time until you knew exactly what you're getting and until you knew exactly when the expansion is launching. But right now, as a fan of the game who is seeing Blizzard doing the right things, I'm ready to part with my money, and I encourage you to do the same if you are potentially considering to return to World of Warcraft, and I think there is a very good reason for us to do that. No, the senior leadership of the company has not changed yet. If you are kind of a little bit still sour about the whole political direction that the company has taken, that's cool. It's out of scope of this video, but I understand and I share a lot of your thoughts as well still. But we are here to buy a product, right? Do I know every political affiliation and what McDonald's has done? No, but do I take my child there sometimes on a certain kind of weekends? Yeah, to have a little bit of fun and have a bit of a Macca's? Yes, I do. Same thing here. The product is good enough, and I am excited about Dragonflight, and I am going to consume that product just like everyone else who is still invested into the game and doesn't find a better way to spend their 60-ish Australian dollars for the base version. Now, speaking of versions available of the game, okay, so yes, of course, the higher priced versions of the pre-purchase, they always come with a little bit of digital goodies. I have said it before and I will say it again if this is the first video you're tuning into. I maintain a very realistic perspective, and I think that World of Warcraft is littered with a lot of digital goodies already. Pets, mounts, you name it. So I personally do not see absolutely any reason to give an extra cent to them in terms of all those extra bonuses and extra, upgrades of your digital purchase. I do not see a reason to do that. I don't judge if you do, but encourage you to let me know why do you do it. Maybe you're a collector, maybe something else, and you really think that extra monetary value is justified. I do not think so, but a base version, absolutely justified. I am buying one right now, and I'm very, very happy about the fact that I waited. So I stuck to my principles. They gave me something tangible enough. I know exactly when it's happening. I know exactly what's included in the expansion. And I think that this is fair. It's a fair deal. They give me a fair deal, I'm gonna accept it and shake their hand in this particular case. Now, what else can I say to you other than what you already know in terms of when it's launching, when the game is launching? Well, two things. First of all, the leak, the earlier announced leak, kind of, alleged leak. I think it was fake leak. I think Blizzard orchestrated it personally, but it's beside the point. Leak told us when Wrath of the Lich King Classic is launching, when Dragonflight is launching, when Call of Duty is launching, who cares? And one more very important thing, that is when the pre-patch for Dragonflight is going to be. Right now is end of September, we have October, November. Excellent. Now, the pre-patch, allegedly, according to the leak, was going to happen around the 28th, 29th of October. So that's 1 month away from the moment of recording of this video. Well, nothing is guaranteed, obviously, but everything is pointing at the fact that the leak is right, and everything is pointing at the fact that that is exactly what we can look forward to. Am I excited? Yes, I'm excited. It's impossible not to be excited if you are actually a World of Warcraft fan. These are exciting times. And pre-patch, I love pre-patches usually. Some pre-patches are better than others, some are rather rewarding, some are not so much, but I am excited. They are also boosting experience gains by 50%, starting from next week's server restart. So if you have some alts like I do, I have a myriad of alts, some of them deleted that I'm going to restore, some of them, are already ready to be taken for a ride of their life. So these are exciting times to prepare for the launch of Dragonflight. As you prepare for launch of Dragonflight, I might put a different video out, but I don't think I'll bother. What I want to say to you, my friends, is that if you're looking at leveling right now a certain character, right? And if your goal is to be somewhat useful in the end game to the groups, your friends, or just even random groups of Mythic Plus, even LFR and that kind of stuff, if that is even a point of consideration for you, beside the point of play what you want, right? We're driving past that obvious stuff. But if you want to be useful, let's say, yeah, I highly recommend that you take a look at the tanking guide videos, some of mine, some of the other people, because tanks are going to be in demand yet again. Why? Unless it's very obvious, my friends. Tanks are always in demand, first of all, but also tanks are going to be extra useful because Dragthea are being released. Dragthea, the new race and the new class. Essentially, well, two classes. Well, the class is Evoker, but two specializations: DPS and healing. So there will be, by definition, statistically, there will be a lot more healers, potential healers, and a lot more DPS. Well, there is always a metric ton of DPS, and Dragthea are going to be a dime a dozen, okay? And naturally, there will be some people trying healing, which means that statistically, we will have a lot more healers available everywhere, left and right, in the queues for LFR, in the queues for raids, in the queues for Mythic Plus. So, once again, if I haven't made myself very clear and it still is kind of trickling through the point that I'm trying to make, tanks are going to be even more so in demand because everyone is going to be a bloody Dragthea, right? Which is why level your tanks. Learn how to tank the dungeons. Of course, right now, to tank the dungeons, specific dungeons make no particular are of no particular consequence because the dungeons are going to change. But if you're new to tanking, if you're a bit rusty, right now is the time to you know, kind of practice a little bit. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. So level tanks, my friends, because Dragthea are going to be everywhere. They are not my favorite, particularly class and look, and I spoke about this in the past. I don't want to deviate kind of this little short narrative into talking about Dragthea specifically. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan that they didn't give Dragthea tanking specialization. I would have loved for Dragthea, for big fat Dragthea to be also able to tank, and I would have just had a blast, had a time of my life, because I mostly play tanks. I play DPS and I very occasionally play healers, but being a Dragthea tank would have been awesome, awesome, awesome. But I can't be one, so I will have to be my awesome Guardian Druid probably, or Paladin, my two tanks of choice. Lately I've been also enjoying myself, very surprisingly for myself, as a Brewmaster Monk. Brewmaster Monk was a very unusual, very unexpected discovery for me, and I'm enjoying it more than I don't know, wanna admit, because I just got this awesome Werebear form, and I was like, oh yeah, now I'm Guardian Druid for life. And then I'm suddenly having so much fun as a monk. But anyway, so, tanks, my friends. Prepare by leveling tanks. And this is all I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed this little video. I know that not all that much new was there, which is why I wanted to give you also a little bit of my own opinion on what you should be investing your time into right now, leveling alts, etc. Give the video a like so that YouTube shows it to more people. Subscribe for more from me. I do not release videos super duper regularly lately, but with Dragonflights, I'm sure it's gonna all ramp up my activity, your activity, everyone's activity in the World of Warcraft space. It's exciting times. Thanks very much for tuning in. I'll speak to you again sometime relatively soon. Bye for now.